Absolutely.
Yep.
So John O'Wells does a good job to restrict the boundary, but can't restrict two, just placing wide of him.
Yeah, the other thing the Melbourne Stars can look at, I mean, you've got Andre Fletcher as your overseas player. You need to give him the best opportunity for him to be successful, which is in his rightful opening position. However, we're 9 games into it. You've got 2 other magnificent options in Nick Maddinson and also Ben Dunk, who, when he played for the Adelaide Strikers on this ground, was unstoppable. And we know he's had multiple roles within this side, and he hasn't really lived up to his reputation in green. We know that. It's a long 5-year deal on good money and hasn't really repaid that yet. But he's not playing. But if there was a chance, batting at Adelaide Oval, we know so well, and was so good for the Adelaide Strikers, that might have been an opportunity missed.
He is an X factor tonight. Larkin can't get that on ball.
Rashid Khan is a little bit full tonight. We're not just getting length. He's normally a little bit back of length, allowing the ball to spin either in or away from the batsman. Opportunities to score, and they still haven't.
Beautiful. Places it beautifully. There was a shout of catch it at one stage. Placement was the key.
Just the width. Rarely do you see Rashid Khan offer any width outside off stump. And in a desperate attempt to find the boundary, Nick Larkin was good enough. It was aerial, but skilled enough. You can just see Rashid Khan, just too much width. Let's move it back towards the stumps. There we go. Look at that comeback. That's why he's the best in the world. Self-coach, self-judge. It's good skill.
They'll challenge the fielders, but they have to be satisfied with 1. So 8 off the first over of Khan. 5 overs coming back in for his second over. Got a bit of a treatment on this expensive over in over number 2. And Andre Fletcher grabbed him a couple of times to hit 2 sixes.
This is getting desperate for the Melbourne Stars. There's just swinging hope here. There's not a lot of clarity. One thing the Adelaide Strikers have got, they've got great depth. Peter Siddle not playing tonight. You know how good he's been. And they've just been able to find another successful bowling unit. It's, it's really good depth. Where's Agar? We know how good he's been, but Conway just steps in. Line of length's pretty good.
Takes the pace off and deceives him.
One thing you can get wrapped around is the Melbourne Stars. We talk them up as being flamboyant and charismatic. But you've got to have a game plan as well. You've got to have set knowledge about where to go and do your work. And, we all want to whack the boundaries and hit the huge sixes, Brian. But against a good side like Adelaide, you need to be workmanlike as well.
Yeah, most definitely. You also get the feeling that nobody wants to be that person that drags the run rate down before Maxwell comes into bat. So what I'm seeing with Fletcher and Larkin is that they're trying to force the issues when they actually bat him with Stoinis, turn the strike over, give him more of the strike. He's been out there just 9 deliveries faced, and it's be already in the 6th over.
Larkin gets that away. John O'Wells will just cut it off just for 1. So this run rate is less than 5 at the moment. It's not the start that the Melbourne Stars had in mind when they won the toss and elected to bat.
We actually found an interesting stat about that, Brian. Whoever faced the first ball of the match seemed to have faced more balls in the power play. This was when there were 6 overs. There was no correlation or reason why that should happen. It's just the way it rolled. There was a huge test case. Like, it wasn't just one player.
A lot of data.
It was a lot of data compiled. And so Marcus Stoinis is letting Andre Fletcher take the first ball. So in theory, going on that, he's facing most of the balls where you probably want Marcus Stoinis
facing
a majority.
At the end of the second over, I think Fletcher's gone on 11 deliveries.
Yeah.
Stoinis won.
So yeah, it was a really interesting dynamic.